Welcome to a crash course on object-oriented programming. This course is created by JAYSMITO Mukherjee and the voice is generated by a text-to-speech engine made by Fata Kodak. By the end of this course you will have a basic understanding of the concepts of object-oriented programming. Let's get started. So, to start, what is object-oriented programming? Object-oriented programming or OOP is the way of implementing programs in form of CO interactive objects. In object-oriented programming the program is written in form of classes from which objects are created. This is preferred over the other type which is procedure-oriented programming because of its benefits over it. This type of programming has now gained a lot of importance. So, now let's check the difference between object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming. In case of object-oriented programming the program is implemented in form of objects while in case of procedure-oriented programming the program is implemented in form of functions or procedures. In case of object-oriented programming data is given more importance while in case of procedure-oriented programming procedures are given more importance. In case of object-oriented programming program is divides into objects while in case of procedure-oriented programming the program is divided into functions. Now some examples of object-oriented programming languages are Java, C++, Python, JavaScript, C#, etc. And some examples of procedure-oriented programming languages are C, Basic, Visual Basic, COBOL, etc. Now let's check some of the benefits of object-oriented programming. It is more secure as here data is given more importance than procedures or the algorithm. It divides the program into several objects, thus it enables reusability of the same piece of code. It leaves back the inefficient and complex concepts, like pointers, and makes programming simple. It is easy and simpler to learn, and many more. Now the question is, what is an object? An object is like a real-life interactive entity. Every object has certain behavior and characteristics. Each object is created from a class. The behavior of an object is defined by the functions of the class. The characteristics of an object are defined by the data members declared inside the class. So, what is a class? A class can be defined as a blueprint or container within which the characteristics and behavior of an object is declared. Any number of objects can be created from a single class, thus a class is also known as an object factory. Class helps in implementing encapsulation. Now the most important part. The principles of object-oriented programming. There are 4 principles on which object-oriented programming is based. Encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction. First, encapsulation. The process of wrapping up of all data members and member functions together into class so that they can work as a single unit. For example, if we consider a building, it is the encapsulated form of bricks, cement, iron rods, wood, etc. Secondly, polymorphism. Poly means many and morph means forms, thus polymorphism literally means many forms. Polymorphism means having more than one functions having same name within the same class, but they are distinguished by the difference in their parameter list, either a difference in their number of parameters or the data type of parameters. For example, take 2 functions area side and area side, side. And here the first area has only one parameter and is for calculating area of a square, while the second area function has 2 parameters and is for finding the area of a rectangle. This is an example of polymorphism. The next is inheritance. Inheritance is the process of creating a class with the properties of an existing class. The class whose properties are inherited is called parent class/superclass. The class which inherited the properties is called child class/subclass. A class is inherited by using the keyword called extends. Now the last but not the least, abstraction. Abstraction refers to the hiding of the unnecessary details and complexities and implementing only the essential features. For example, turning on a light is an example of abstraction, as when we only turn on the switch and do not think of what is happening behind the turning on of the light. It helps in providing a simpler interface. Thus we can say that encapsulation implements abstraction. One last thing. In definition of object you learnt that objects interact with each others. So, now you may ask, how do objects interact? So to answer that, objects interact by a process known as message passing. For example, in Java, message passing is implemented by calling of methods. So, now we have come to an end of this crash course. Hope you learnt many things. And to understand object-oriented programming in a more comprehensive and practical way, you may learn Java. It is very easy and is in high demand. Please check for the crash course on Java to get into the topic deeper. Please give a like on this video and share it, as sharing knowledge is a great thing. And if you want more crash courses like this and many more interesting videos, please subscribe to the channel.